Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Birdies with Boynsy. You might have seen the recent post with the scorecard. 61 yesterday at St Augustine's in the Pro-Am, 8 under. How did I achieve that? Well, the short game was on fire. I just kept chipping it close. So we're going to have a little look today at my technique and how I was chipping the ball close. Here, we've got a pretty straightforward little chip shot. We haven't got too much ground to cover. We haven't got anything in the way on the floor. And I want to land the ball just a couple of yards on the green and let it release to the flag. I've got my sandwich, I've got my 54 degree. When I'm chipping well, I like to have loft in my hand and utilise it. If you're playing poorly at the moment, you might want to just bump the 7-iron. Some people might even want to putt it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But today, we're going to look at how I'd play the shot. Firstly, the setup. We're going to have the feet a bit closer together. This is a touch, this is a feel shot. I'm also gripping down the grip a little bit because I don't need all that power, I don't need all that strength just to generate that distance. Ball position's going to be slightly further back. So even though I have got the sand wedge, by the time the ball's further back, we're going to have a different loft presented on the club. Then, during the shot, I've got to think about my length of swing. Once I've come down here and actually look at the shot, previously I was talking about landing it just near the front, just a couple of yards on. I actually think it's maybe a little bit longer. The distance of the shot is a little bit longer than I originally thought. So I'm going to want to land it a little bit further. Maybe sort of 4 paces on. Trust that strike. So once I'm back at the ball, I've got my landing area. If I pinpoint an area, when I'm chipping well, I like to just almost pick an old pitch marker, something that's on the green. I want to land it as close as I can to that and then just have the ball released to the hole. So when I'm chipping well, I can do that. If I'm not playing as well, if the strike isn't as good with the short game, I'm picking a bigger landing zone and the ball's going to finish further away. So as I said, 61 yesterday, I was chipping well, the short game was good, I was trying to be as accurate as I can. Let's try and put that into play. Pick my landing zone. From here, it's probably just, there's a slight change of grass. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but just a slight colour change in grass is where I want to land. It's sort of 4 yards on, a lot closer to 50% of the way. I've just got to trust my length of backswing and make sure I accelerate through. Let's see if we can hit a couple close. Not bad for the first one. Let's see if we can match it. Just skidded on, little bit to the right, little bit to the left, little bit of right hand coming in. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we've just seen the shot that I was playing quite nicely yesterday, and I found myself in this position a little bit. Because I was hitting the ball well, I was trying to be aggressive at flags, which might mean you sort of short side yourself a little bit. Hopefully you'll all agree, if I wanted to try and hit the same shot that I've just hit from the previous position, first of all, I won't have the same control because I'm coming out of the rough. And secondly, I haven't got the same landing area. If you just follow me up here, cameraman, where do I want to land the ball? Well, if I want to land it in the same sort of ratio, I'll be landing it on the fringe. I want to try and land it on the green. So I'm going for a slightly higher lofted club onto my 58, looking for that ball to pop up a bit more, and it's not going to roll as much. I still want to land it on the green, so I've still got my landing zone. Can we get some of these close? Landed just short from being on the green, finishes just short of the target. Hopefully I can make sure these two land on the green and reach their destination. Something like that. Do we even need the third one? Not bad for distance, and it would definitely be an up and down. So hopefully you saw the difference on the height in the shots. A nice little chip in for you. That probably would have been a birdie. You saw there with the first ball, didn't quite reach the target, just a little bit under hit. I know out on the course we don't always get that second and third chance, but that's where the practice is vital. So we can learn that distance control, then we can try and have that pinpoint accuracy and try and get the ball in closer. Like I said at the start of the video, I feel like I'm playing okay at the moment, feel happy with the shots, and I can try and be a bit more aggressive. Always nice to get a chip in for the fans. If you've got a shot that you'd like to see requested, we're nearly coming up to episode 100. Let us know in the comments below and we'll try and cover it in the coming weeks.